When a man returned home, he discovered a mysterious cave had appeared on the hill behind his house. Climbing up for a closer look, he spotted someone inside holding an oil lamp, completely motionless. Despite his calls, there was no response. He had no choice but to grab his flashlight and venture into the cave to investigate. As he moved forward, he felt a mysterious energy in the air, but rather than being frightened, he continued approaching the mysterious figure. However, when Jack reached the halfway point, he realized the figure wasn't actually standing still, but moving forward at an extremely slow pace. Even more bizarre, the closer Jack got, the faster the figure moved. This strange phenomenon left Jack completely baffled. Just as Jack stood there confused, the light at the cave entrance began to flicker ominously. Suddenly, a piercing scream echoed from deep within the cave. Jack's hair stood on end as he frantically ran toward the exit. When he reached the entrance, he was shocked to discover it was already nighttime outside, though only a few minutes had passed. Terrified, Jack sprinted down the mountainside. To his even greater shock, the truck he had parked at the foot of the mountain was now covered in vines, with all its parts too damaged to start. More strangely, his student's SUV was parked nearby, similarly entwined with vines and severely weathered. Jack realized the problem originated in the cave. Gathering his courage, he entered again to search for clues. To prevent getting lost, he dropped a glow stick every few steps. But in that area where the air seemed to ripple, the glow sticks mysteriously floated in midair. When Jack reached forward to grab one back, it began to move like the mysterious figure, only returning to normal and falling to the ground several seconds later. Meanwhile, the light at the cave entrance started flickering again. Determined to find his missing students and uncover the cave's secrets, Jack pressed forward without hesitation. It turned out that half an hour earlier, Jack's students had come to visit him. They found his truck at the mountain's base, but no sign of Jack himself, only an old rope hanging from the back of his truck. Following the rope, they discovered an unfamiliar cave. When they reached the cave's depths, they found the rope broken at the edge of a cliff. They immediately realized Jack might be trapped somewhere below. After a brief discussion, they decided to launch a rescue mission. They instructed young Tommy to guard the rope at the entrance while the other four descended the cliff with a new rope. As they climbed halfway down, a mysterious force in the air suddenly hindered their progress. This strange disturbance was identical to what Jack had encountered, but determined to save their professor, they pushed forward without hesitation. Upon reaching the bottom, they decided to split up to search for Jack, agreeing to return and regroup once he was found. But the two girls had barely taken a few steps when they heard an eerie noise. This sudden, strange sound scared Carla so badly that she immediately decided to head back. While climbing, however, the rope suddenly snapped and she fell back to the ground, twisting her ankle. Tyler was convinced Tommy was playing a prank on them and angrily grabbed the walkie-talkie to yell at him. No matter how many times he called, there was no response. Just as the group was at a loss for what to do, Tommy's desperate cry for help suddenly came through the walkie-talkie. He claimed he was trapped at another cave entrance. Although everyone suspected another prank, they had no choice but to go check. Soon the four found the entrance Tommy had mentioned, but the light outside was flickering at a high frequency. As they stood there puzzled, Jackie climbed up on a rock and discovered a broken rope hanging from the entrance. Looking down, she saw Tommy lying below, no longer breathing.